a second Bill of Rights, under which a new basis of security and prosperity can be established for all, regardless of station or race or creed. Among these are the right to a useful and remunerative job, the right to earn enough to provide adequate food and clothing and recreation, the right of every farmer to raise and sell his products at a return which will give him and his family a decent living, the right of every businessman, large and small, to trade in an atmosphere of freedom, freedom from unfair competition and domination by monopolies at home or abroad. For unless there is security here at home, there cannot be lasting peace in the world.
In the amount of time it will take me to finish the sentence, over 336,000 gallons of non-renewable petroleum oil will be consumed by the US alone. In the amount of time it took me to finish that very same sentence, the United States would have consumed well over 46,000 9-ounce cups of coffee. The United States' consumption of depleting agricultural resources is responsible for the 144,000 acres of deforestation per day. It is also responsible for the labor abuse of agricultural farmers, manufacturers, and other producers worldwide. However, there is a solution. The American dream. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness.
I think that in the modern age, we have enough information and we have to take responsibility for knowing the impact of all our decisions. And as the most powerful small percentage of people in the world, as a white European or as an American, we have a huge amount of power in deciding the outcomes of other people's lives. And so I think that the American dream sort of thrived on ignorance in a certain way. People could have such an influence on other human beings without necessarily thinking or being aware of it.
My vision, I guess, of the American dream would be that everybody would have a chance to become the person they are, who they are, and to have equal rights to work and health care and education, to be able to earn a living.
I think that fair trade applies to the American dream in that individuals in the American dream need to climb up a social ladder. They also need to have a quality of life at a certain level, each step of climbing up that ladder. Basically, the types of products and goods that we get through fair trade come at very cheap prices into the United States. So in the United States, though, especially for those who are trying to achieve the American dream, they can get products at lower prices, but they're quality products at those low prices. So the American dream and free trade come together in that it allows for the poor to have access to products at lower wages or lower prices.
Fair trade is about people getting fair compensation so that they can take care of their families, so they can live sustainably, so that their environment is sustainable.
Fair trade is about responsibility, because when you deal fairly in business, it's a very simple idea. All you do is you treat your business partners with dignity. You don't push them down. You don't prevent them from expressing themselves. You don't prevent them from growing and finding opportunities to better themselves. It seems strange to me, and it's disturbing to me, that business has become a sort of amoral no man's land, where as long as you are securing a profit, that's the moral imperative, that's the drive behind business.
Usually, producers do not receive the deserved share of their products. The method of trade that is traditionally used is called free trade. This method is only driven by profit and looks for the lowest cost of labor and exploits the working minorities. Free trade wholesalers only pay their workers after they have seen and liked the product, leaving the workers with absolutely no pay for their work if their product is unsatisfactory. Without fair trade, small farmers don't stand a chance against big farming corporations. People in less fortunate communities will work all day in order to earn a decent income. Even then, they don't always get their deserved share of their product's profit.
Fair trade says, no matter where you are, there are people in the world that are interested in leveling the playing field and helping you out. We will not oppress you. We will not push you down. And the sad fact is that it's a reaction against the fact that we've done exactly that.
By participating in the fair trade movement, you ensure that individuals do have jobs, especially if they are contracted into the fair trade agreements. If they're farmers in a different country and they have a fair trade agreement, they will have a job as long as they comply with those rules. In the United States, the poor and the rich and the middle class, everyone has accessibility to resources which are cheap and products which are cheap, which is always good for us in the United States.
I think that we have a responsibility as Americans to make sure that the global environment in which we live is as equal as our own opportunity in America.